How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the commercial. So today I want to talk about the concept of just not judging yourself, allowing yourself to just be free. You know, somebody who judges themselves constantly is somebody who probably isn't the happiest. I realize the more and more I, you know, get deeper within my own body and self and mind, spirit, soul, whatever, the more present I become, and then the more exploring I do within, I find that the more I judge myself for the things that I do or say or whatever, I I am unable to stay happy for long periods of time. It's like this constant self-criticism is what's making me feel this sadness. And I don't know if it's just me, but I think I've come to the realization that I just have to judge myself less and less and less because it's no point. Like, who said you were perfect? Like, when did I get the memo by God? God telling me that I'm supposed to be this perfect being. Like, yes, we're supposed to strive for perfection for sure, no doubt. But I just think that we lose sight of like achieving perfection when we're constantly judging ourselves because we don't even allow ourselves to make mistakes anymore. We get sad when we make a mistake. We get upset at ourselves when we do something that is seen as bad in the public eye, because everybody is always trying to cast fingers, always trying to cast stones at the next man or woman, and we don't allow ourselves to grow because we're either judging somebody else or we're judging ourselves. But today's video is about the fact that we judge ourselves constantly. So let's just stay on topic. We're not going to talk about anybody outside of ourselves today. We're going to talk about us in our um, individualistic perspective on judging, because you know there's a lot of content out there to be judged. There's a lot of things we could be judging, but how about we like turn the finger towards us, ourselves? You know what I mean? Don't you know that it is like never ending? Like, unless you do something about the fact that you judge yourself constantly and criticize the things that you say, think, or do, you're not gonna change that pattern, and you're not gonna change that way of living. You have to deprogram your mind and start to love yourself more and more if you want to be more happy with life itself. Because of course, sorry, of course you could hold yourself to these high standards. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, like, I expect that from you, but I just think that the constant judging that you're doing, put the constant putting yourself down because you didn't know any better, or even if you did any better, you wanted to just try something else and see if that worked. And since it didn't, you want to, shame yourself, judge yourself, call yourself names, talk negatively about yourself. It's like, why do that? Why not just live life for the sake of living life instead of seeing things as some sort of test constantly? I seen a post once on Instagram saying how we see the world as constant test, and it stood out to me because I'm like, it's so true. Like, we don't even think to ourselves that that's wrong. Like, we don't think that it's messed up to see the world like we're constantly being tested. We're constantly judging ourselves because we think we're being tested by some higher, greater good. How about we just live life and stop worrying about judgment? Stop worrying about how we're viewed in the public eye. Now, I'm not giving anybody the green light to go and do something unspeakable, obviously. What I'm saying is, Allow yourself space and room to live, okay? It's hard to do that when you're always on your ass about this and that and this. Like, you should be your own best friend first. No one could do that for you. True support should always come from within, and then you'll start to see it from the outside. So remember to judge yourself less and be happy with yourself because you're trying your best. And yeah. Well, yeah, that's all I have to say, really. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe and like. Catch you in the next one.